808s and Joysticks with Tom Stone and Tairell Hayward-Brown.
Welcome to 808s and Joysticks, the show that bridges the gap between games, music, season with pop culture. I'm Tairell, and joining me today, as always, forever probably, is Tom.
What do you mean forever probably?
I don't know, man. It's good. It's another couple of weeks, another show in. We're still inside. Who knows how long this is gonna last for?
Stay inside, yeah. Happy Bunny Day. Happy Easter. Bunny Day.
Oh, don't come off with this rubbish now. Like, I sent him a very nice message this morning, actually the afternoon, saying Happy Easter to Tom, and he starts telling me about how it's commercialized egg day, chocolate egg day.
Yeah, do you know why? Because
everyone get at him because he's being a hater.
No, Animal Crossing players will understand because it's Bunny Day, which means for the last month there's been shitloads of random eggs everywhere around the island, and there's just this really annoying bunny that's like schizophrenic that jumps around and starts speaking to you all the time. So it's the last day of him ever being there, which is great, and then the game can go back to normal. So it's a celebration of death, which it is anyway.
Celebration of death.
It is anyway. Well, no, it's a celebration of. It is a celebration of death and reincarnation or whatever.
We're not getting it. We're not religious. We're not here to. We're not a religious show.
Sunday service special.
But yeah, anybody out there that is celebrating Easter for whatever reasons, and you're having your Easter dinners, and you're locked in, and people who
they won't be when they listen to this.
Say again?
They won't be when they listen to this.
Yeah, but when you was having a nice time, all on this Easter weekend, I'm chilling. I at least have an Easter egg. I had one from before the lockdown, pre-lockdown.
I don't have an Easter egg. It's commercialized. But we move on. Google Stadia this week. We spoke about it previously that they said they were going to give Pro away for free for 2 months, but Google Stadia has now given away free Pro subscriptions. So if you want to go try some free gaming without a console while you're in lockdown, then Google Stadia is the place for you to do that. Not a lot of people have picked up on this, but I think it's quite a good thing of them to do. Like, obviously we know the service isn't doing as good as maybe they predicted. I don't think it's doing drastically bad. I think I've always said that it's the first of its kind as such, and they're always going to struggle. But I think it being free is going to offer maybe more people the chance to try it that wouldn't try it previously.
Like I said, this is a perfect time for me and you. I'm a skeptic on the side of I think it was released way too early, and that I think they should have not had this YouTube approach that they were trying to have with the service. But I'm gonna try it out now because obviously it's free for anyone who's got a Gmail email address, and yeah, I might as well just see if it's gonna hold up. Like, my internet speeds apparently is supposed to support 60 frames, everything like that. So let's see what's gonna happen. I would like to get my hands on. I don't know if I can play. I think it's just keyboard and mouse. I don't know if the controller support is there yet or not.
You can play with a USB supported controller.
Oh, okay. I can play with my PlayStation controller then.
But it has to be USB supported plugged in. You can't play with the wireless controller.
You can't play with the wireless stuff. Oh, okay. Unless somebody's kind of figured out how to map stuff yet. I don't know. Who knows?
You might be able to if you can use something like DS4 because it
I was thinking that
itself. But again, you've got to bear in mind that a big flaw of this service that people think is a flaw is the input lag as such that you'll get from streaming and using a controller as well. So that's why Google released their own controller with specially built for this sort of service, which is apparently meant to work better with. So if you are going to be using a wired controller, bear in mind that you're going to have a little bit of input lag. If you're then going to try and wirelessly do that, you get more input lag no matter what using a wireless controller anyway. So if you bear that in mind, using wireless for wired to stream, that's going to have a significant amount of input lag that, won't give you that full experience that you probably want from it. So it's probably possible to do it. There's no doubt that it's not possible, but it's whether, if you're basing your opinion off that, then that's technically not what it's built for, so you can't really base an opinion off that.
Yeah, I do. I taking into account everything you said as well. Another thing of this kind of service, and at the moment that everyone needs to really take into account, is that bandwidth is kind of like is at the moment is a bit of a struggle for most of the big streaming giants. Like they've all had to, in some way, kind of like downsize downloading speeds and uploading speeds, and Google also have had to make changes within the service too. So I think taking that into mind when approaching Stadia right now, I think it should be fine. It should be fine to play. I'm hearing like good reports about it. I think that everyone should try and at least try it out. And if it isn't good, as I said, if I find out that it's still not good, I'm gonna come back. I'll tell everyone what happened, and we'll see. We'll take it from there. But I am starting to go more on the side of like how you're seeing it and the service as it is, and all of the information you told me about cloud computing and things like that, and I can kind of see where it is trying to improve that without trying to, I don't know, compromise at the same time. It wanted to release so it can be out there so people can try it as much as they can, so I guess they can get the right kind of feedback to improve the service, so by the end it will be a better service. Well, I don't know. There's no right or wrong way to go about this service at the moment, because everyone has their own version of it, like xCloud and PlayStation Now and stuff like that, and everyone's doing things in different ways, and they all work and have their weaknesses and strengths.
So yeah, as you mentioned, anyone with a Gmail address can get it for free. Stadia does stream up to 4K 60 FPS with HDR. However, games will be streaming at a maximum resolution of 1080 as you get access to the free version by signing up at the Stadia website.
Yeah, and as I said before as well, internet factors are affected, so don't, like, I'm thinking, people are still maybe expecting 4K quality out of their games on Stadia. Probably not going to be likely at the moment, because as I said, a lot of streaming services are, struggling with bandwidth and things like that. So, your content on at certain times might not be 4K or sometimes not even 1080p.
Yeah, and Google actually came out and said that Stadia said that they are working on a temporary fix to reduce basically the resolution from 4K to 1080p for default screen resolution. So it's only a temporary feature, but it'll help people to stream at lower, use less bandwidth as well. So that you could see improvements there. Yeah, there could be a lot of people trying to stream stuff in 4K that can't stream 4K. So yeah, we'll have to see what makes of this. But one thing I am excited about, we're talking futuristic, we're talking streaming, and the DualSense controller was released this week, pictures of it. Anyway, I really like the look of this controller. I know we had a good discussion about this sort of off air over a few tweets, sending backwards and forwards, but I have always been a fan of both PlayStation controllers and Xbox controllers. Now I'm sat with an Xbox controller plugged into my PC right now, but I use DualShock 4 because that's probably one of my favorite PlayStation controllers, if not my favorite PlayStation controller. I think it's a very good controller. However, I do feel like the Xbox controllers do have a slightly better grip at times for longer gaming periods. So for PlayStation 2 change their controller to fit that, I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that we could see this being one of the best, or if not the best, PlayStation controller ever, especially when you look at all the features that are there as well.
Yeah, exactly. Referring back to our conversation that we had off air when we was talking about comparing the PlayStation controller to the Xbox controller, and how the general consensus is the Xbox 360 controller was the best controller of like, you know, those kind of like generations. And we had like a debate about the PlayStation 3 controller, which I didn't have as much of a problem that some people did have with the controller, but I feel like that really came from a sense of just familiarity. I never actually owned an Xbox console until recently, until I don't actually have the Xbox anymore. So it was kind of like a sense of like, you know, I can't really see what's wrong with the controller. It's still a PlayStation controller, you know, be it that the DualShock, it wasn't a DualShock 3 actually, it was the 6-axis PlayStation 3 controller, was like super lightweight. It had no vibration. It was a really flimsy controller. Yeah, the triggers on the back weren't the best. They did slip around quite a lot, but I still liked it. The PlayStation 4 controller was a massive upgrade. It really brought it back to like a PlayStation 2 controller, which was my favorite PlayStation controller out of all of them. I just really think that this is like a next step where they've really looked into how people play games and how games have become such a more wider thing, and you know, the social aspect and the streaming aspect and the competitive gaming aspect. Really, I think that, you know, Sony don't want to miss a beat when it comes to esports and competitive gaming, and they really need to start, I don't know, crafting a controller that will meet those needs. They can't have Xbox dominate, you know, a lane like that, because I know for a fact, you know, Xbox controllers are still widely used for FPSs and probably Fortnite and whatnot, whereas, you know, the PlayStation controller is, you know, people have it because, you know, the PlayStation 4 console was the best selling console out of that generation, so it's just much widely around. But people who have PCs will much likely have a Xbox controller or a decent mouse and keyboard. So yeah, I think it also comes along with the popularity of third-party officially licensed PlayStation controllers being popular, like some of the Pro controllers they released that were much more akin to an Xbox controller. And I think they seen the overwhelming popularity with controllers like that, SCUF controllers and things like that, that they thought that they need to create a controller that is more akin to that, so nobody has to really go outside and buy a third-party controller, because hey, the PlayStation 5 controller already comes with all of these features that you would go to somebody else for. So yeah, I just think it's a nice new redesign. I'm not butthurt like some of these Sony fans are. Like, I'm seeing people absolutely crying about it. Like, it's just controller design. We don't know what it feels like. We haven't used it yet. I like all the features that are on the controller. I think it's a massive improvement on the PlayStation controller. Yeah, I don't know if you just want to go down the features or...
I mean, we've got haptic feedback, we've got 3D audio, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Xbox controller for the Xbox One, and even the Xbox Elite controller, or maybe just the Elite controller, they have had haptic feedback in them for a while.
Yep.
No one's really took advantage of that apart from Forza on the Xbox. So, whilst all this stuff sounds good, it's whether people will take advantage of it. And it's whether the DualSense will be the default PS5 controller, or whether we will see a DualShock 5 in the future as well. So I think there's a lot to be questionable about going forward. You know, are developers going to make use of these features? Are developers going to just adapt to using typical stuff, so we go back to like a DualShock 5 if a cheaper controller comes out that's more accessible? But also, just going back to the point of, you know, the controller, I think that ergonomically wise, like, it's taken the shape form of an Xbox controller to a degree. But if you look at the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, that's the same.
Yeah.
Many other controllers, even third-party controllers that have come out, have all sort of took that same design on.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
There's a reason for that. The reason is that ergonomically, it's the best designed controller from an ergonomic point of view. Now, that's looking at the shape of the controller, not necessarily the button placement or the triggers and the sensitivity stuff like that. This is just the shape of the controller. What does it feel like to hold in your hands?
Just pure design. Yeah.
So taking that into account, it makes perfect sense. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't do that. I don't see why people are getting butthurt about it, because it makes sense. Yeah, the PlayStation 4 controller was going that way anyway. They beefed it up compared to previous, and it made sense that this was going to be the next generation. Yeah. So makes perfect sense. A point that you said about PlayStation 3 controller as well that we spoke about. I think the PlayStation 3 controller was absolute trash. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I think it was a very lazy design to make it wireless and then take the back buttons off. And I understand it was lightweight and stuff, but that you don't care about that. You don't want that from a controller. You want a controller to be as, robust, ergonomically comfortable, resilient as possible. You don't want something that is lightweight and your fingers slip on it. You want something that you hold in your hands, and if you press the button and it's not going anywhere. So I think they've knocked it out of the park really with the controller. I don't know if we want to speak about the colour of it. It being white. Well, two-tone, white and black, but it's mainly white.
Well, with that, what people are thinking is that, the controller might actually be able to have like plates on the controller, so you might be able to just buy the plates or remove them on and off to make the controller customizable. That is just a rumor, but at the same time, I think that the white, like the two-tone white and black, might be something that will suggest what the console is going to look like as well. So the console might be like a white and black, like a two-tone type, and somebody did put out some concept art of that classic kind of like indented kind of like cone shape that's been the dev kit. So somebody's done something like that, but the indent is not as into the console as much as the dev kit, and it's white in the inside and black on the outside, kind of like the controller, but like inside out a little bit. And it kind of makes sense because the controller does look like a V shape where the black is highlighted and the white on the outside. So maybe that it just suggests the shape of the console. This is just pure rumors and speculations. I think it kind of makes sense, but who knows, because we don't know what the console looks like.
It does make sense aesthetically. They've moved the light bar obviously from being on the back into the middle. I do like that. I did like the light bar on the controller, but I feel like sometimes it was a bit bright and off-putting when you're playing games.
They did say that there was going to be some also new use for the light bar. Like they said that they've moved it for a reason, so you can also they can do different things with the light bar as well. So it seems like they've thought a lot about this controller, and they said they went over an insane amount of designs. I can't remember how many designs they said they went over to get to this point. But yeah, I'm looking forward to using it. It's also the built-in microphone is really cool. Like that's like that is really, really good for people who can't afford headsets or whatever. Like that's a really great way.
But they provide you with a headset anyway. I don't know if they will for this generation.
Come on now, that headset is so trash. Come on,
it is.
But yeah, I think that's really good. To include for people who wanna still interact with their friends and don't necessarily have a headset, and they can easily jump in to talk to people in the game. Then jump out the party. You can quickly just message someone. It's like bringing like a whole new way of communication. Like it's great.
Are you okay with that? They're having a microphone built in, because technically aren't PlayStation going to be tracking what you're saying all the time?
Yeah. It's going to be one of those things where like
there is a mute button. Should point that out.
Yeah, there's going to be like a thing that's going to happen where it's going to be like that. But at the same day, at the same in the same breath, we all have Alexas and Siris and all sorts of things in your phones, and if people are really going to complain about the PlayStation controller, like whatever in it, like. I don't really know what to say in it, because I can't really speak, because my parents have an Alexa and stuff like that. Like those are all devices who are voice activated. You know, you have a Fire Stick. It's just stuff that, you know, you're gonna use in it. So I can't really see a problem as long as there's no compromisation. And, you know, next thing you know, Sony's got some secret server that's recorded everyone's conversations over the last 3 years or something crazy. Then let's hope that don't happen.
Yeah, I personally don't buy anything like that anyway. You know, I'm very protective about privacy, stuff like that, so I never have any microphones in my house.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like we're actually recording all of these things right now. What were we recording them on, Tom? Paper cups.
What, string and cup?
String and cups is how we're doing the show. We use no technology.
I have Alexas, I got a smart TV, I got smart devices, I got everything.
You got everything. This man can turn his lights off without having to turn his lights off. So, you know, he can't say nothing. I can't say anything. I've got smart devices. Like, I would never have to really. It's gonna be the future, in it. Like, it's one of them things in it that you're gonna have to put up with. It's becoming more and more a part of people's lives.
I think I've got a microphone in every room in my house. I don't care. I've not got a camera in every room.
I was saying, what you doing? I was saying, are you doing anything that should be suspicious to record? Like,
just speaking to myself.
Oh yeah, that is a bit dangerous.
But no, we spoke about the PlayStation 5, PS5, and we got some more details about that literally just before we came to record, and it's quite interesting. This. We got some more details from PlayStation UK magazine May edition, which say that the PS5 could launch with upwards of 4,000 backwards compatible PS4 games. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, it's great. Like, I'm hoping that this was going to happen. You know, we had all of these crazy rumors about, you know, backwards compatibility for the PlayStation 1, the 2, and the 3, and like the PSP, and all these kind of crazy things. And, you know, it's been kind of, you know, dimmed down a little bit. You know, they've made sure to let people know that it's just the PS4 games at the moment. It's going to be boosted, nevertheless, but, you know, this is what we can.
There's only 4,610 games on the PlayStation Store on the PS4 anyway. So it can't be significantly boosted anymore. Like it's basically the majority of the games, by the looks of it, are going to be backwards compatible.
Yeah.
From PS4 to PS5, or PS4 to PS5.
I do think that Sony do still have a few tricks up their sleeve, like this whole backwards compatibility. Like, of course, this is like their most powerful machine ever. Like these machines that Xbox and the PlayStation are releasing are like next level. These are the levels that we never thought that gaming was going to get to. Like, the PlayStation 4 was pretty impressive, and so was the Xbox. It had its moments, but the PlayStation 5 sounds like gaming on a level that we never thought could be in a console. So I don't really know what they're going to do with the backwards compatibility, but I really do feel like PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 will be coming as well. Because I just see people keep bringing it up. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know people that are buying the PlayStation 5 to play the old games again. Like, I just don't understand.
Should point, I don't know if these are technically going to be running off disc or whether they mean digital.
Nah, they did. Discs, PlayStation 4 disc will be available. I think they said if it was a boosted version, there will be updates for certain games, and then certain games have already got, like, can already be boosted like straight away. I don't know how it's going to work. You know, we had Xbox doing their, like, what was it, first delivery or something. I can't remember what they called their version of it all. But obviously the Xbox Series X has a lot more of a larger backwards compatibility, you know, due to the Game Pass and whatnot. And yeah, people are making major comparisons between Xbox Series X and PS5 for backwards compatibility. But I don't think those are the main points of the consoles here. Like, if we're going to really breaking it down, like, the PlayStation 5 has got some really good exclusives and some really, really cool features come with their console. The Xbox Series X still hasn't got... What is the first party exclusives? I'm still waiting. Like,
we don't know, but there is some news on that. Phil Spencer did I think he did podcasts.
And Halo Infinite is not like something to get excited about. Not in my opinion.
We're not on about that. They have Hellblade, Hellblade 2. But Phil Spencer did do some IGN podcasts this week and last week, over the last few weeks, and he did say specifically, himself said that Xbox's hardware launch, their marketing launch for hardware, this was planned this way, slightly altered but planned this way still, and their E3 show was going to be mainly focused on games. Now, they're not sure how they're going to move forward with that, so they're going to look into what they can do with that, and we'll hear more about that in the future. But don't be doubting Xbox for a minute, because they definitely have a lot of games that are unannounced so far that they keep.
Yeah, they do. Don't.
I feel like some of them are definitely big exclusives as well.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I do think Xbox do have some big ones, because they had that first party. They had all those first party studios. But what you got to think as well, Tom, some of these first party studios did release games. Some of them already had games that they worked on and brought them over to Xbox. I just want to know. I already know Outworld. Is it no, not Outworld. Is it Obsidian? Their first new game is already been announced. Don't know what that's coming to though. It's called Grounded. That's what it's called. That's their first game that's already been announced. I'm trying to think of some of the other. Oh, it's coming to Xbox One. So that's not even going to be something to do with Series X. It's supposed to be available spring. It's a much more smaller game. I just don't know how Xbox are going to tackle it. Like, I'm trying to think of the exclusives that they've got in the tuck.
Fable.
That would make me want to. Fable. I'm sorry, announcing a new Fable is a massive cop out. You can't just keep bringing back series like that. Like, you just can't do that all the time. Fable's been played out and it's been done how many times? Like, unless they really do Fable.
Fable's not been done that many times. There was 2 or 3 Fables and then the crap one.
Yeah, but
that was
Tom, Fable has been done and rehashed, and they've tried to recreate the series over and over, and it's never worked out. They've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Fable Anniversary, and then that whack Fable Fortune, like the collectible card game. Like, I don't really know. It says Fable
as a Fable.
Yeah, no. It says Fable 4 was rumored to be made by Playground Games. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. Fable 4 to be made by Playground Games. Now, I can inside knowledge sort of back up that as well. Yeah, I know that. Now, we've got people who have been very well known to make Forza Horizon games. They're going to tackle the Fable game. I already know people are going to complain about it, and the game is not going to be what people are going to expect it to be.
It's a completely different team that are working on it.
Completely different team that are going to be working on it.
Not the same as Forza.
Exactly. Oh, completely different team that are working on it, not the people that are making Forza.
Yeah. So Playground Games basically hired a brand new team to work on a RPG.
Fair enough.
Which unannounced, unnamed RPG project. Probably Fable. Asked them, didn't really get much answer, but it is probably Fable. So they have got a whole new, brand new team working on that in conjunction with their other projects they've got going on. So they have a team dedicated to this RPG, and then different teams dedicated to the different Forza games. So it's not like people are making car games and then making an RPG. These are people that are just coming in to make the RPG.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I didn't know any of this information, so that seems to be a lot more, more stable. But still, though, like Fable and Halo, we can all say that we can bring back like some of these series, but I just don't really know how Fable is going to fit into the next generation. They're going to have to do some real big changes in order to make it like, wow, that's the game that I need to have for the Xbox. Do you know what I mean? Like, Halo, they've always had in the tuck, and the last couple Halo games haven't done as well. So I just want to know what is Xbox going to do. Crackdown, that was another thing. What if they do announce Fable and it just gets stuck? The Xbox really need to execute these games well, and they need to have some good exclusives and good first party titles in order to come out of the gate.
Fable will be good. Playground Games are a very good games company and make very good games. So I have no doubt that them making something like Fable, it will be good.
Oh yeah, it's Xbox's main like studio in it when it comes to things like playground games. Been with Xbox, they were one of the first acquisitions they had before they made all these other acquisitions. So
Sumo Logic, who worked on Crackdown 3, now they took that game over at basically like a very low point and managed to get it out, and it was okay. Like, so you can't bash Sumo for that, but Crackdown was one of those things that went on for too long.
I don't know if Sumo Logic are actually a part of Xbox.
Sumo aren't a part of Xbox. They just helped out with Crackdown 3.
So yeah, well, I'm just looking. I'm just taking a look at all their subsidiaries that they've got now in it. I'm just trying to think of like what things they have.
So you've definitely got Hellblade 2 coming, which we know about. Possible Fable. We know Halo Infinite's coming. So you got 3. But you got to remember that they're probably working on some new IPs to some degree. Might see some sort of Sea of Thieves thing going forward. I know people bash that game, but a lot of people still play that game.
I know for a fact that Sea of Thieves they're getting a new expansion soon, so I think that's just going to carry on the same way how it's going on. Rare, that's like Rare's project to work on at the moment. I don't think they're giving Rare anything else to do but work on Sea of Thieves.
You're definitely going to get some sort of...
I don't want no more Gears games. The last Gears...
That's what I was just about to say, but...
the last Gears, like, I've like spoke to like Gears of War fans, and they were just like, it just wasn't... It's not Gears of War anymore, and that's what happens when you're in the 5th version of the game. Like, it's hard to kind of redo that kind of mechanic, which is like a third person kind of like run and gun. So...
But you know you're going to get some new Forza game that's going to look insanely good.
Oh no, Forza, you got no problems really with Forza, because Forza has got 2 different games or 3 different games? It's got the Motorsport series and Horizon and... No, it's just the Motorsport. Yeah, it's just Motorsport and Horizon. Oh, and then they did Forza... They've actually done a spin-off free-to-play racing game as well now.
No, I think that's just mobile or something.
Nah, it's what's it called? It was on Windows at one point.
Yeah, it's Windows Store.
Yeah.
So it's not technically, but yeah, they've got Ori and the Will of the Wisps and stuff like that. You got Alan Wake possibly.
Yeah.
Quantum Break, which obviously was.
Yeah, I don't. They won't
done previously.
I don't think they would ever really. Who worked on Sunset Overdrive again?
Insomniac, same people that made Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, the what's it called? I don't think they own. I think the Insomniac are thingy now, aren't they? Sony.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that Xbox don't own the IP for. Sunset Overdrive.
There was something weird about that though, because Sunset Overdrive was supposed to get a possible release for PlayStation 4 and PC, but I don't know.
It got released on PC.
Sunset Overdrive is now owned by PlayStation, so yeah, they own it now.
Oh, it's on PC.
Yeah, and it's owned by Sony. But Sony don't want to port it to the PlayStation 4. I didn't know this.
Interesting. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think Xbox have got a good chance with some good exclusives. They did say obviously they're going to continue with the Play Anywhere series, and they're going to do this thing called I can't remember what the actual name was. It, but basically, if you buy Gears 5 on Xbox One, then you automatically get Gears 5 on Xbox Series X, like because you already own that game. You just upgrade in that game. Yeah,
they were saying. I think that's how it works as well on the PlayStation 4. Like, if you've already got the digital version, it already automatically goes onto the PlayStation 5 with games that are backwards compatible. Sorry.
So we'll have to see what happens there, because it's an interesting area. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I did mention that Xbox, plan to announce their stuff at E3, they're changing how they're gonna do that. And E3, what, have they cancelled their online event now?
Yeah, they've cancelled the online event now. I just knew it wasn't gonna go ahead anyway, because the creative company that was behind E3, they dropped out of the competition. They dropped out of the event, and then all of these people from the board and stuff like that said they're not involved in E3 anymore. And then basically it's just they're not even going to be presenting that online event anymore due to the disruption brought by what's going on at the moment. Don't really think that's a good idea. I think they should have still tried to do something. I just think now no one is going to take E3 serious again after this. You can't say, oh, we're shutting it, then you can't even do the online event. You're E3. There's other people doing online events, but you can't pull one off.
Yeah, because everyone else is doing their own online event. It's pointless E3 doing an online event if everyone else is doing online events.
Yeah, but
even PC Gamer said it was going to be showcasing individual company announcements instead of going to E3's online event.
Well, fair enough then. Maybe the E3 they just weren't, attractive enough for people to be like, yeah, let's do their online event. I just seen other cons and other, events that would have been running this year announcing their online events and how they're going to be doing stuff. And I just know that I'm just giving E3 the benefit of the doubt that we know that it is a big name still, and people still see E3 as a big name, regardless of what's been going on surrounding it and, its dwindling popularity and stuff like that.
Interestingly, IGN are hosting IGN Summer of Games, which includes a lot of big developers or publishers. So it looks like IGN might have took that space off them to a degree.
It's probably going to be like that now, because if you really are going to do an online event, you might as well leave it up to the people who know how to do something like that. E3 should have just partnered up with YouTube or IGN or somebody to be like, yo, let's do the online event. You lot can handle it. We'll slap the E3 name on there, handle all of my stuff. This is obviously what the problem was with Jeff Keighley and all of them lot, because E3 was going in this stupid direction where they were going to get influencers and gamer influencers, and what are we talking about here? And then you've alienated the people who made the events, therefore the press and developers and things like that. And now you've only brought it upon yourself because everybody's going off to do their own online events, and it's probably going to be like this forever now. E3 is probably going to turn into this small thing that's eventually going to stop happening. It's really, really negative take on it all, but sorry.
It is. Finally then, we have a little bit of news about Cyberpunk 27.
I'm really confused about all the news that keeps coming out. So much news keeps coming out about this game, but it's nothing to do with the actual game. It's always to do with some business shit surrounding the game, or something to do with the graphics, or something to do with not running on a certain card or something. Everyone just chill. The game's coming out at the end of the day, and
it's coming out, but it's not coming to next gen consoles at launch.
I don't care. It's so,
which is confusing, because if you look at what they're saying backwards compatibility wise and stuff like that, it works. So I have a feeling that they're gonna release it on, because didn't they say that it's coming to Xbox Series X anyway? If you if you pre-order it, you get it.
I'm not quite sure how it's actually going to work out, because I heard that something about how the PlayStation will have the PlayStation won't get it for a year or something like that. There's a lot of misinformation out there that people can't seem to really confirm, because nobody can get a right answer.
So by the sounds of it, you are able to play it at launch, but next gen versions are coming in about a year's time.
Okay.
So it's technically, so you can play Cyberpunk 2077 when it launches on Xbox One or with enhanced loading times on Xbox Series X, or PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, but you're not going to benefit from the extra sort of graphical capabilities in certain things until those next gen versions launch for the next gen consoles.
And the next gen version will probably have some type of update that will update your enhanced version again, I guess.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. People just keep...
It's a separate game.
And they said that there's no official announcement coming from PlayStation, so they can't confirm or deny anything. But as you said, from what PlayStation's saying, I'm sure that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to have an enhanced version coming over to the PlayStation 5 as well. Who knows? It's very confusing news that I think... I've just seen a lot of people just like arguing about it for some reason, and I don't really know why. Like, just people try to throw around, this is the reason why you should get Xbox, this is the reason why you should get PS4. Some people are like, this is the reason why you should just get the PC version because it's going to be the best. So,
get the game either way, but...
Do you know what I'm saying? Just get the game either way, man. Like, let's just be happy it's coming
out. Grand Theft Auto about 5 times, and you probably bought Skyrim about 30 million times, so just get the game, and if you need to buy it again...
Guess what, everyone? Skyrim is definitely... Oh my god, Skyrim's going to be on the next gen.
Is it?
Yes, of course it is, because the enhanced version of the PlayStation 4 version is going to be at the PlayStation 5. We're going to be able to play Skyrim again. What's the odds? Do you think Bethesda's going to release like a super duper enhanced edition?
It won't be enhanced.
It can't be enhanced. Not using that old ass architecture they're still using. God. I just want to know what Elder Scrolls 6 looks like. If that shit don't look breathtaking yet, and if it don't blow me away yet after seeing that dead ass like, did you remember the tech demo that we got, Tom, of the sea and some mountains and the cliff, and everyone was like, whoa, like losing their mind, and we was just like, this is gonna be the wackest teaser I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we've seen that from like loads of people many times, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be an interesting few months. So yeah, I have something stuck in the middle of my teeth right now, and I'm trying to speak, but it's not really working very well.
I'll let you handle that, and I'll take over for a second. We're just gonna have like a little segment because news is kind of slow, so we're just gonna talk about some stuff that we're playing at the moment. Don't know if Tom's playing anything but Animal Crossing, but we'll see if he's playing anything else. At the moment, I'm playing Dead Space 2. I don't know if I mentioned it on the show, probably previous, like ages ago. I was playing the Dead Space series. Complete number 1. Amazing game. Anybody who's a horror third-person shooter fan out there, definitely go and play the original Dead Space. It's an amazing game. I wish EA did like a sick remaster of the series. Take the microtransactions out. Get rid of Dead Space 3 because it's crap. And just bring back 1 and 2 as a mega, super sick, like remastered edition, and it would be so cool. On 2 at the moment, having great fun. Me and my girlfriend are playing it. So it's just really, really, really good horror game with really nice like shooting, and you have like almost like powers. You can slow down things, you can pick things up. Number 2 really adds on to the gameplay and improves the graphics. Also kind of adds in this new mechanic where you're losing your mind and having flashbacks from the previous game. So it really ups that kind of horror aspect because you don't really know what's real and what is, while also playing through shooting these alien kind of human morphed like monsters. So yeah, the game is really cool. Check out Dead Space. It should be everywhere. Like you can pick it up for super cheap right now. Green Man Gaming, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, trying to think if I'm playing anything else. No, I'm not playing anything else at the moment. You playing anything, Tom?
I am playing nothing, which is a great part for this segment.
I thought you were playing Animal Crossing at least.
I've played it maybe for half hour today, and that's it.
Nah, I'm just talking about in general. Have you played any? You just played any games? Like
in general, no, I've not played anything. I've been super busy, and just not had the time to play any games.
Well,
So-
go and play at least one game today. I only played Dead Space yesterday. Actually, that was like the first time I played it in ages. It's scary to get back into a horror game like that when you've got save data and you're like 4 chapters in, and I had no idea what was going on. Like I saved when I was actually in the middle of something, so it took me a while to get round everything again. But yeah, that is what I'm playing. Tom is playing a little bit of Animal Crossing, so hopefully by the next show he will have some updated news on what he's playing.
Probably not Animal Crossing because I got to send my Switch off for repair. So
Oh, are you doing that now?
yeah, I'm gonna send it off.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I hope everything works out. Yeah, Tom's Switch
So-
is bricked.
But in other news, I bought myself a new console, which is coming tomorrow, which is a pressure cooker.
Well, that's good. So you're gonna be playing real life Cookie Mama without. Oh my god, we didn't talk about Cookie Mama.
We did not.
Yeah. So Cookie Mama might potentially be mining Bitcoin, but apparently not because
No,
that
it's
is
not.
all
It's
just
not.
rumors displaced
even
by
start
4chaners
with that.
and Discord people. So yeah, Tom, if you want to kick off and debunk all the rumors for us.
I don't really know what's going on with this game. I keep seeing it advertised on my Instagram, and
It
I'm
is
like,
weird.
This game's not coming out, so I'm confused. It came out. It made people's switches overheat. It's not made by the official old developers of Cookie Mama,
Which are actually
it-
known as Cookie Mama Limited.
Yeah, it's made by some people that make like really dodgy ass games, like trashy sort of dollar bin games that you go and pick up on the Wii because your mom
Yeah.
would just be down the store and be like, "Oh, someone might like that," and
Like,
it's like carnival games or some shit, and you're like, "Oh, wow."
One of them were one of the linked developers, because there's been so many developers and publishers linked to this one game for some reason, used to make those kind of like, How to Train My Horse 3 on the DS, like those kind of games. Like they would make
was
those.
sick.
Yeah, it's just
I had
those.
that for the Wii. No, I actually did. I had a horse game for the Wii. Like,
Why are
something
you
like
sharing
that.
this information for the
I
public?
didn't buy it.
Why are you sharing this?
It was like one of them. It's like one of them games that like someone win. I think like my mom won it in like a raffle. At work and
Raffle.
bought it
Oh
home,
my
and it's like,
God.
oh, you might like this, and I was like, I'm never gonna play like My Show Pony. But game was quite good, so
So you played
it
it
up.
then, Capper.
I played it. Oh, you got to take advantage of it. Like it worked well on the Wii. Cause
Did it have
you
Did it have
like,
Wii remote
interaction
like
with it.
motion? Did you have to take the stick and like gallop with it?
Yeah, and you had to like brush your horse and
Wow.
stuff. That was pretty cool for like an hour, and then it was.
Did
done.
the horse die?
Don't know if it died. I never got that far. It grew up.
It grew up.
De-
though.
definitely
That means it
aged.
must. That means there must have been a death mechanic in there somewhere.
But yeah, it's before its time, before Red Dead 2, way before.
The true horse simulator. We had to wait years for that one.
But back to the point. Simply, it's based on. So this Cookie Mama is using a back end of blockchain. Really hard to explain. If you want to go and look blockchain up yourself, feel free, because I am not going to explain that to you.
Yeah, but what we can explain is DRM, because that's something that it uses.
It uses a new blockchain DRM, so you can't explain that because no one knows how it works apart from them. Which is the interesting bit. So it uses blockchain for its DRM. So basically, it uses blockchain to verify that the game is real and not copied, preventing piracy, which is fine. Blockchain is very much linked to things like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency mining.
Yeah.
The creator of Bitcoin did also make blockchain, so this is where people are getting these comparisons from. But it's very unlikely that this game would be mining stuff like that, because it's very hard to do that. The likelihood is that someone gained access to their blockchain of some sort and it wasn't secured very well, or something like that. Again, don't know the full details. I'm not doing my research on blockchain. I've tried it. It's stupid.
I've also tried to do some more research on it after this whole conversation that we had, like, piqued my interest about it, and it is a really hard thing to kind of get your head around. All of that is really, like, Bitcoin and everything like that. It's still quite a new medium and is quite difficult to get a real hold on. If you have, like, a lot of knowledge about it, then you consider quite a lucky guy. Well, not lucky guy, one of the fortunate to understand all of that. You make a lot of money off it. But yeah, as you were saying with the blockchain, what we came to realize is it wasn't really what people were making it out to seem, you know, to be. Like, it wasn't something that seemed like it was malicious, but could be used for a malicious intent. But there is no proof that it was maliciously used to do anything on your Switch. But it was apparently reportedly overheating switches and bloody blah and all of that kind of stuff. So at your own risk, you know, this is what happens when... I don't really know what really happens with this. Like, I don't know how Nintendo licenses a game that isn't official. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know.
It is official.
But does that mean they've, like, asked for the rights then from the original company? Like, I don't really get it. Like,
I'm not sure. It just looks like someone has messed something up somewhere. It does not look like the game is not official. It just looks like something with their new DRM has gone wrong. Also, I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Someone's setting off fireworks right now at 8:30 on Easter Sunday. So, I don't know whoever that is, but...
Yo, what did we tell you already, man? Why can't people just stay in their yard and just stop doing stuff? What is it? Why are they letting off fireworks for? Where did you get fireworks from? That's the more important question.
What I'm saying every time people keep setting off fireworks, where they're getting them from.
Where they're getting them from. That's the one thing I'm saying. Like, I've never known, as a kid growing up, Tom, isn't that right? Like, we never used to just be able to go into a shop and fireworks would just be there to purchase all the time.
Yeah, they just come at specific times.
Not Easter. No, definitely not Easter. It was not the time I seen fireworks. I swear people just bolt by them and just keep them for special occasions.
What, like Easter Sunday?
Easter Sunday.
When you're locked indoors.
We're in the lockdown. Let's get in the garden. Let's let the fireworks off.
I get it's that same house. That same house has set off at least 6 or 7 sets of fireworks over the last month.
See what I mean? It's the weekly fireworks set off, man. I hope you're listening to this, by the way, whoever you are. Stop letting off fireworks and disturbing us. Anyway, we got totally off track. As I said, like, I can't believe we're not even that much in on the show, and feels like we've been locked in for quite a long time.
We have been.
No, I don't mean really locked in. Forget it. Like, let's move on to films and TV.
No,
you got anything more to say?
In the show.
Oh, was it good? Yeah, it doesn't seem that long though, innit? Like, it just doesn't seem that long. We're rambling, guys.
Bridging the gap between music and gaming. 808s and Joysticks.com.
Film and TV. It's really nothing else to really say in this section. There's very small news. Space Force. First images, you took a look at them. Doesn't really look like The Office to me. Like, I don't know why they keep making those comparisons to The Office.
What do you mean you don't know why they keep making the comparisons to The Office? It's an office workspace comedy with Steve Carell.
Yeah, but then when I looked at the images, it looks like a lot more than just that. Like, I'm seeing, like, you know, a lot of different backgrounds are being used. You know, I'm seeing, like, you know, it just looks a bit different. Like, it doesn't really look like The Office already.
It's about Space Force.
Yes, I know, but I'm just saying it. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, people are, like, comparing it, like, straight away to The Office, but I don't think we could. By looking at the pictures, I'm just saying it doesn't really look like The Office to me.
No, but it's very easy to make the comparison. People are doing it for clicks and stuff like that.
And I'm saying, like, I just really think we should treat this as its own things, because I don't think it's not gonna go down well if we're gonna straight up keep comparing things to The Office straight away. We ain't even watched it yet. Like, I remember when it first came out, I was excited for that aspect, but now I'm thinking, when I looked at the pictures and I just want to kind of think of it as its own thing.
It'll still be good, but it's good. It's good clickbait to compare it to The Office.
Yeah.
This show's going to be called The New Office, and whatever else. So good clickbait for us as well. Put it in there. But it looks interesting. I mean, Steve Carell's good. Like Steve Carell. The guy out of Silicon Valley's in it, and a few other people. The guy that voiced Sonic. So there's a few decent people in it. It's going to be interesting. It's probably not going to be as good as The Office, but it's going to be interesting nonetheless. I don't really have much else to say.
Yeah, I got much else to say. Yeah,
I don't know what this Disney Plus small releases that you've got down is.
Oh, like Disney are just basically releasing more of their films on Disney Plus. They're just premiering more films. Like Artemis Fowl has been moved to Disney Plus now.
Was that going to come out in a cinema anyway?
Yeah, it was. Looks trash anyway.
Was it?
Yeah.
Surprising.
It was always meant to come out in the cinema. It's been like on hold for like 10 years. I think it was supposed to. It got originally picked up by Disney a long time ago. Obviously, now they've released the Artemis Fowl. They've scrapped the plans to release it theatrically, and they're going to be opting to debut on Disney Plus. I feel like this is going to be the new trend now of like films that are just don't have a trajectory to do very well in cinema. Like based on response, Disney would just be like, "Oh, it's cool anyway. Like we just put it on Disney Plus."
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does kind of make sense, to be honest, because it's just the kind of like the same thing for like the former Fox titles that have been on hold as well, like the New Mutants that's been in theatrical release hell for like 2 years. Like when we first started the show, I remember the New Mutants was supposed to come out, and it hasn't been released so far. And a few other films such as The Personal History of David Copperfield, Antlers, and Woman in the Window. So they're expecting, those kind of films that just never was supposed to have major theatrical releases are probably just going to get shifted to Disney Plus and Hulu.
Interesting. I don't mind that. I'm excited to see Hulu come to the UK, but we're going to have to wait for that because we've not heard any more details on that yet. But you're talking about stuff to watch in quarantine. You've put down something here, a service called RetroCrush. Now, I don't know much about this, but I feel like you could probably give a bit more insight for people that want to watch some anime.
Yeah, of course. So I seen this the other day, and I sent it to like my uncle and like all of his friends are like they're some older dudes I play games with and stuff like that, and they obviously put me onto anime and all the 90s anime, and my uncle was really big for that. And so yeah, I shared it with them, and they was like, yeah, it's got all like classic animes from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, and it's all free without subscription, only with ads. So yeah, it's currently running on iOS, Android, Amazon Fire Stick, the Roku, and certain smart TVs. Also, a desktop site will be available at a later date. So just keep an eye out for that one if you want to watch it on the desktop. But all of those systems that it's currently supporting, everyone must have at least something with that on right now. So yeah, if you want to go and watch some classic animes and brush up on your anime and see where the genre really got its kickstart in the Western audience, you can check out RetroCrush. Yeah, I actually haven't used the service myself. Obviously, I've just seen it. I have downloaded it, and the interface looks really cool. Easy to use by the looks of it. Once I use it, I will come back and I'll give my my verdict. But yeah, it's just got classic anime on there, so check them out.
I don't understand what the pure difference. Obviously, the difference is it focuses on retro stuff. But things like Crunchyroll offer free subscriptions with adverts for anime. Yeah. So I'm not entirely sure how different this is going to be.
Oh, because it's more of a curated approach. So they've got it says it's been spearheaded by Will Chow and Mary Gibson with Céline Killick and John Stack. Now, I'm not sure if these are people who used to maybe work in that kind of in terms of to do with like old school anime or classic anime, maybe they worked at licensing for and stuff like that. These are animes that you can't find on other streaming services.
Okay.
So it's like these are like classic animes. Some animes that you can't even find online. So through other means. So it's quite interesting to see that they've managed to put some of these things on here, and and it's free as well. That's another thing that people forget as well. Like some of these classic animes, they go up to £100 for like the original DVD or VHS or something, but like now you can watch it free with ads, assuming that maybe a premium version is going to come soon where you can probably download it offline, and maybe these are just like features that maybe I hope for in the future, and you get other more exclusive animes that are not available on any other services.
It's interesting. I like the logo. I like the look of it. It is very retro.
Yeah.
So I'll probably take a look at this. Whether I end up actually using it or not, I'm not sure. But
yeah, it's like, I think somebody like you will probably be quite like you probably would be quite like not blown away by it, but you would like it because these are animes on here that you can kind of see the influence that it's had on like newer animes, and you'll probably like stuff like that. So I think you should check it out. I think you'll find it cool. It's not something that you would want to use like every day, but for people who want to find a service and they really love anime, and these are animes that they've never ever watched, it's a different type of anime compared to the one that we are used to now. So
I sort of prefer older anime, so it's probably more catered towards people like me or people older than me.
Yeah, exactly. You like Studio Ghibli.
Your uncle, like you said.
Yeah. I like old anime as well. I love classic anime. Has like some of the best like violence animes. They're just sick. Like they just didn't give a shit back then. So it's cool. It's cool. Everyone check it out. We've got time now in it, so yeah. So yeah, really RetroCrush. Yeah, we don't even have anything else other than you told me about this the other day, seeing as we did talk about it on the last show.
Why, you didn't talk about it on the last show. You literally just said, where is Rick and Morty season 4? Part 2. Give us part 2. And then I think it was literally like the next day.
See, they heard me.
Or the night that we were recording.
Justin Roiland heard me, man. He heard me raging. He heard me, man. He heard me seething through the show. He's like, we don't want tea seething around the show. So yeah, that announced it.
Yeah. Or Adult Swim just did their typical April Fool's Day launch, which they always do. I don't understand.
Yeah,
that.
They need to stop that now because I just think it's getting played out.
No, it's fine. I mean, I think that's what Adult Swim do anyway. Like, why not? But it does confuse the hell out of people. I do like seeing people go into a bit of chaos, whether it's real or not. I think that's why they do it.
Honestly, it's all well and cool. Like, we're getting the last 5. The trailer was pretty cool. So, yeah. That's going to be May 3rd. I think the UK usually gets it like, I don't know, kind of like a few weeks after.
No, it comes to Channel 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they said at the moment Channel 4 hasn't announced any release date for Rick and Morty to come back, whereas like America already has.
Well, I'll be watching it May 3rd.
I'll be watching it May 3rd as well.
Birthday present, so it's all good.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh man, that's kind of sad.
I got a good birthday month coming up. There's loads of good stuff coming out. They planned it. They knew.
Yeah. So we're just going to our another new little section we've got. What are we watching at the moment, Tom? Take it away.
What do you mean another new little section? We do this quite often. What am I watching? I tell you what, I have watched some stuff. Tiger King, but we ain't gonna get into that.
Yo, what we should though.
we're not getting into that. I think everyone in the world has got into that at the moment. And the extra episode aired today, which I watched. Which was alright, with Joel McHale.
I'm gonna watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, well, it has Joel McHale in it, doing the interviews. Speaking of Joel McHale, something I've been watching is Community, which is come back on to Netflix in the UK. So I've been going through Community again.
Oh no way! Community's on Amazon Prime as well. That's weird.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite series of, I don't know, maybe all time. So I just put it on. It's one of those things I don't know what I really want to watch, so I put that on because it's good, light-hearted, small episodes. So I like that. It's been good. I finally got round to finishing Castle Rock season 2.
Sick.
And I can tell you now, it's very good, very, very good. If you haven't watched Castle Rock, then definitely go watch season 1. Season 2 is a bit confusing because you're sort of wondering what's going on. Don't worry, it comes back round. You realize what's going on, and damn, like, it's good. So I can highly recommend it still. The last 4 episodes, I got up to episode 7 and then stopped watching it because I was busy doing stuff. Never got back into it, and got back into it this week because obviously we can't do anything else. And actually the last 4 episodes are the best episodes of season 2, so I sort of skipped myself on that one, but that's alright. Movie wise, I've not really been watching any new movies as such. I saw Bad Boys for Life, which is okay. It's a pretty good film still. And then I managed to watch the new Blade Runner 2049, which came out in 2017.
Nice.
Last night. And I've been trying to watch that film for the last 3 years and never actually got round to finishing the film. So that was quite an achievement. But I have a funny story about that actually. So it's a really good film, but I started watching the film and they were speaking this weird language. I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought they were just speaking a different language because I had the subtitles on. So I was like, okay. And then come back around, I was like halfway through the film, like half an hour in, I mean. And I was like, I'm pretty sure they're speaking like Russian or something. I'm pretty sure they don't speak Russian in this film. So then I took it off and I was like looking at the language settings and I was like, I'm watching this film in Russian. So I spent half hour of the film watching it in Russian. So then I had to go back, start the film again, watch it in English. Bear in mind, Blade Runner is like a 3-hour long film. So I spent like 3.5 hours watching Blade Runner, but the first half twice, once in Russian, once in English. Very good film though. I liked it. It was typical Ridley Scott confusing Blade Runner stuff, but I did like it. The story was good. It was a good sequel, and aesthetically it was a beautiful film. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah. It's lovely to watch in 4K with like ambient lighting that's all synced up. It just looks stunning.
All right, Flexer.
I'm just saying, like, if there's a movie that takes advantage of that stuff, like that sort of setting,
technically
dystopian setting with the bright light stuff like that, like it really made the film pop.
Technically, that film like took advantage of so many things. I heard like sound design, even when if you went and watched it in the cinema and stuff like that, like the IMAX versions and things were like super sick. What they did with all the 3D graphics in there, they used 3ds Max. They used a bunch of Autodesk stuff, and like they like were pushing the Autodesk software to the limit. So like it's some really impressive things that they did within that film that made huge advancements for 3D software like after the film came out. So yet again, Blade Runner pushed again technology forward, because the first Blade Runner did that too. So yeah, it's really good. It makes me want to go and watch Blade Runner now, like the original and 2040.
The film did make me want to go and watch the original.
Do you know what you should watch? The anime.
Yeah, could watch that.
Yeah, I watched like the animated things. Flying Lotus did the soundtrack. Super hard.
Good, it's on my list.
I'm trying to think. What is that? Everything that you've been watching?
That is that. Yeah, sorry, that is everything that I've been watching. I think it's your turn in the news segment.
Cool. Me, as I said before, I was gonna get Disney Plus. I have now got Disney Plus, by proxy of my girlfriend's mom. So, yeah, it is an okay service.
How does that work?
I'm sharing an account. Like, you can make a user on there.
Oh, so there was no exchange between you and said girlfriend's mom for any special Disney Plus access?
Oh, no, yeah, I got the password.
Okay.
But what else? Is that a crime?
No, I was just checking. I was just wondering if any funny business to gain access to Disney Plus.
Funny business? Tom, you better just relax yourself now. You better just relax yourself. Otherwise, Jody's not going to be happy about that. What's it called? Yeah, so I've got Disney Plus, and yeah, it's just all right. It's just all right. Like, the interface isn't to really write home about. It's got some improvements it can still do. Like,
it's better than Amazon Prime's interface.
Yeah, it's better than Amazon Prime's interface, but like still runs a little bit slow and laggy. I don't know if it varies from system. I'm using it currently through the Skybox, so maybe it might just be a little bit more.
Yeah,
more shit.
Good luck with that.
So but saying that though, Netflix on the Skybox works really well. So that's why I thought Disney Plus is
because Netflix are partnered with Sky.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you say that now, like the Disney Plus advert is all over my Sky as well. Like whenever I'm in my the TV guide or that kind of hub section.
That doesn't mean they're partnered with them.
Disney owns Sky. You're forgetting that. Yes, they do, Tom. Are you forgetting that? They do.
They don't own Sky.
Yes, they do. They own Sky. Fox owns Sky, and Disney own Fox. They own Disney now. It's a part of their companies.
It's not, otherwise they'd still have the Sky Disney
channel.
My
gosh, yes they do. They own Sky.
That's the reason that we had delays of Disney Plus coming to the UK.
Yeah, because of the what's it called? Okay, the Sky Group. Blah, 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 blah.
It's
the Sky Group now are owned by Disney, Walt Disney.
But does that include Sky UK?
Yes. All of it now is going to be Disney is now the owner in it. Okay, no, we're going back actually. We're going back now because it's Comcast also owns some of Disney as well. I mean, it also owns some of Sky as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sky. This is not the we wasn't supposed to be going into this point, but now we're talking business. Sky UK Limited is wholly owned subsidiary of Comcast owned Sky, but Sky Group Limited is now owned by Disney. So I'm confused at what is owned by what now. I don't know if Disney wholly owns Sky or if Sky UK, because they own the Sky Group, but Sky UK, the parent is Comcast. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't figure it out.
Comcast owned the majority.
Yes.
But 20th Century Fox owned a controlling stake in the company.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
But they don't own the majority. So this is why we had the delay of Sky coming to the UK, because Sky had Sky Disney Channel. The Sky Disney movies.
Yeah.
And that contract wasn't up until end of March, hence why Disney Plus didn't come to the UK until the end of March.
It's just a whole lot of business rigmarole that's going on with this.
If fully owned Sky,
they could just do what they want.
Issues.
Yeah, that's true. They would just be able to do what they want. Well, as of now, we don't know if Disney will be able to get more of a higher stake. But yeah, as I said, Disney just put a stop to UFC the other day. Like, that was the first time I heard Disney's name being brought up. Like, with UFC, it was weird. Like,
because they own ESPN.
yeah. So, well, but don't get me wrong. Dana White said the Fight Island is still happening.
Okay.
I can't wait for that shit to happen. I'm gonna be so sick.
Moving back to the Sky.
Yeah.
What you're watching on Sky?
Oh, I'm not watching it.
I just want to point out, Sky is trash. Sky's interfaces are trash. Sky's services are trash. Now TV is trash. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't work for Sky. And I don't work for any of the competitors of Sky. But
nah, Tom, there is some evidence out there that may stipulate you may work for Disney. You may work for Disney, Tom.
I'd love to work for Disney. I'd love to work for Disney.
See, he doesn't deny everyone. There we go.
If Disney offered me a job, I'd snap it up straight away.
Of course you are. Of course you are. Well, what's it called? It's on Sky. I'm not watching anything. There is nothing that I can say I'm really solely watching on Sky. As I said, I use it as a means to watch streaming services. I watch shit TV like 4 in the bed and come dine with me on there because I am now a 30-year-old man. And what else do I watch on there? Oh, on ITV, I watched a British drama TV. Like a crime one called Liar. That was season 2. That was pretty good. If you like British like crime dramas and that, like good ones that are like just little short limited runs. That's a really good series to watch if you can watch it in other territories. I'm not sure how that works at the moment. But on ITV, don't know what I think it's called STV in other territories. BritBox, yeah, I don't know if you can get that in America or whatever, but it should be on there.
I think you can.
Jesus Christ.
I don't see the point in it being in the UK only. We've discussed this before.
Well, no, yeah, this is obviously, yeah, this is you know, stuff we can just easily Google.
I'm not Googling it. I'm just gonna openly slate BritBox.
Yo, yeah, it is. It is available in the United States, Canada, and it will be on Australia in late 2020.
How is that not getting an Australian movie?
I don't know. The thing is that is funny about it all is like it is just a streaming service just for British television series. Now this is great for somebody who, like, say for example, like me and you, who may decide to leave England at one point. Like, yeah, it's cool to kind of
paying shit to watch British.
Like you can still, yeah. Come on now, Tom. You tell me you don't want to watch Police Interceptors and you're feeling a bit homesick one time, like when you're like elsewhere.
You get that shit for free on YouTube.
That is true. Yeah, allegedly. No.
Do you mean allegedly? It's on YouTube.
Oh, it says. So it's got Viacom, BBC, ITV, Channel 4, BT, Endemol, Q Media, NBC. NBC Universal. Their talks didn't progress, so they decided to opt out.
I don't know who it's gone at, but it's a bit crap. It's not for me. I'm not buying that. So I don't even watch BBC or ITV and I live in the UK.
Yeah, neither do I.
TV.
Neither do I.
You're just going on about watching ITV programs.
Yeah, neither do I. I was called. Yeah. Oh nah, I don't watch like iPlayer or ITV. That's what I'm saying. I watched this series because it was on 2 years ago, and it was a series that I watched while I didn't really used to use streaming services that much, so I was still watching TV in it all the time, or I would go on the internet and watch my own shit on there. So I don't really know why you would need to use the service. But for people who want to watch British series, it's like Sherlock Holmes from 1984 to 1994, and Red Dwarf, Miss Marple. You know, classics.
People might want to watch that.
Cold Feet, classic. Inspector Morse, classic. A Touch of Frost, classic, Tom.
That is a classic.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Blackadder, classic. These are like things that some people ain't seen in it.
Blackadder is a classic.
It is a classic. I'm not bagging on Blackadder. That's what I'm saying. Blackadder, classic.
No, I just had to point that out. I have all the Blackadders.
Blackadder, classic. So like other things like that, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. Red Dwarf, absolute classic. Like one of my favorite series is. Did you just Red Dwarf? Yeah, all right then.
I never really got into it.
Yeah, you don't need to it though. You don't need to Red Dwarf. You've got no knowledge on it. Be quiet.
I've seen it many times on Dave.
Oh, so no, okay. So you just went from I ain't really watched it to I've seen it many times on Dave. So what's your argument then?
My argument is I could never get into it.
All right then. Well, let's just leave that.
I've never watched it from like start to finish. It would come on Dave, and I'd be like, I'd watch it for like 50 minutes ago. Like, this is crap. I don't really want to watch this.
Well, you have your perspective on everything. I have my perspective.
Mm-hmm. But back to what you're watching, because at the moment all you seem to be watching is ITV.
Nah, I'm just saying that Liar was a really good series. If people want to watch crime drama like that, you should go out there and watch it. I watched, as I said, I was using Disney Plus. Watched That's So Raven. Watched Zack and Cody. Watched Phineas and Ferb. Just that's all I've just been watching. Just old shit shows like that. They're not shit shows. They're really good, but like just not really been using the service for what it's supposed to be for, like to watch its original content or whatever.
I don't think anyone's using it to watch original content.
And some of the original content on there, we do need to discuss because they're just god awful, like Disney weddings. Like I don't know what that's about, but
no, it's good.
No, it's not. And
I didn't know it was a series.
Apple TV Plus, I still haven't used that. That's some of that's gone free, by the way. If you want to watch some of the things on there,
I've watched some of the things on there.
What's it like?
Servant is really good. Really good.
What about that? The Morning Show.
That's actually pretty good. I only got 2 episodes into that, and I've not watched it since. But that is only because of not having the time to watch it. It's not that I haven't watched it. It's still in my backlog to watch, but I just never got round to trying to finish it. It's quite a serious show to a degree in some ways. Tackled some interesting things, but it's not really like lighthearted. I put it on originally. I think I spoke about it previously on the show. I put it on originally one night in bed as a light-hearted comedy, and it wasn't. And then I got hooked and like started watching a few episodes of it that night, and then I just never got around to watching it again because I never felt like I wanted to watch that at that specific time.
Fair enough.
And then Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet is also really good.
Fair it is. Yeah, I haven't watched. Oh, I finished The Following. It was really cool, really good. Everyone should go out there and watch that. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Is your TV set to like 2016?
Nah, it's not set to 2016. I've been going back and watching old series. I haven't watched The Following in it, and I heard good things about it. And Jodie said it was really good, so I thought, let me go and watch The Following. So watch Following. I haven't really been watching any new things because all the new things I watch is like animes and stuff like that, and they're like ongoing at the moment. So there's not really much to say. Finished My Hero Academia season 4 because it actually just finished the other day. So that's not like a series that I can tell people about right now because it would just spoil it. So I don't really have any other. Oh, Children of the Whale. That's an anime I watched on Netflix. That's really good. People want to check that out. Watching Terrace House at the moment. The new part has come out for it. It's like a Japanese reality TV show about people living in a house. It's pretty cool.
The very versatile TV.
I watched lots of things. I've been watching a lot of complete histories on old retro games as well. Makes me want to go and play like Genesis games and stuff like that. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I think that's it for films and TV.
Bridging the gap between music and gaming. 808s and Joysticks.com.
No, there's really short music list because no one's releasing any music because everyone's scared. But new album releases, we have New Toronto 3 by Tory Lanez. It's actually a pretty okay project.
It's alright.
It's
typical Tory Lanez.
It's Tory Lanez. I do like the beats on there. I think he has a really good song on there where he calls out his label, because him and I didn't know him and Benny Blanco.
Mm-hmm.
He was signed to Benny Blanco, but he said that he signed a really bad deal with Benny Blanco apparently, and that's why he wanted to be out of his Interscope deal. And he was saying some things on the track alluding to Interscope and Benny and the label. So yeah, that was quite interesting to hear about that, and to see someone from Tory Lanez who we would think is quite an accomplished person in the industry, because he's a massive songwriter and like he's good at doing music in it, really. Like he's quite a talented guy. Didn't think he would have those kind of issues within the industry, but yeah, it's just an okay album. I don't think it's better than Chicks Tape. I think Chicks Tape is better.
Mm-hmm.
We got Rated Legend by Cadet, which is his like, do you call it Prometheus album? Like it's because it's released after death.
Posthumous.
Posthumous.
Not Prometheus.
Not Prometheus.
That's a
Prometheus.
Different thing.
Prometheus is totally different. That's supposed to be apparently the missing link. It's not what we're talking about right now. Rest in peace, Cadet. I haven't listened to the album itself. I just thought, obviously, I need to bring some light to this project because he tragically passed away. I think has it been a couple years now? It might have been 2 years or a year now.
Cannot tell you that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a brand new project by him. Probably be his last, unless he's got other music that have been archived away to release albums from. But yeah, so go and check that out. Show that some love. Pray for Love by Rod Wave. I don't really know this guy, but like I've been seeing his name around, so I checked out the project and it's all right. So yeah, Pray for Love by Rod Wave. Make It Out Alive by Manga Saint Hilaire. Been a massive fan of Manga since college days. When he was in Road Deep, and when I was a kid, an absolute youth. So Make It Out Alive is a real big progression for him, and it's a really cool project. It's very impressive. I like all the beats on there. Some throwbacks to some old school grime, hip hop, UK
those
rap.
Some good times.
Very, very good times. Very, very good times. Channel AK times, all them times there. Very, very good times.
If you get the reference. But...
Oh yeah.
It took a while.
Oh, gosh. All right. Singles, we've got Quarantine Clean by Turbo, Young Thug and Gunna. It's a pretty like catchy tune. It's not really about quarantining, but it's about being quarantine clean by having like shiny jewelry on and nice clothes on. So yeah, that's the way they flipped it. It's got nothing to do with being in quarantine, but it's a really sick song. It's like quarantine clean, got like my stuff on. Like yeah, it's pretty hard. And we got Rain by AJ Tracy and Tay Keith. Though it's a pretty weird combo, but the song is pretty good. So yeah. I don't really have anything else unless you've got albums and stuff that have come out. I think the Kooks came out with an album.
The Kooks did come out with an album. That's the only thing really that I've listened to.
I ain't really listened to it though, but
in fact, no. There's been another few things. So the Kooks released Unshelved Part 1, which is basically, by the looks of it, a lot of unshelved older songs. If you're a fan of the Kooks, like their old stuff, it's really good. It's like original Kooks. It's really, really good. So typical summer be a day garden music. Like if you like that stuff, at the moment you sit in your garden, you have a beer because there's nothing else to do. Might as well put that on. That's what I do. But I don't have a garden.
But say with what garden, right?
But I pretend. Selena Gomez released her deluxe album.
Boo.
Of Rare.
Ain't nobody here trying to hear that shit.
No,
I'm joking.
I don't know. I can't say I'd listened or really particularly
I'm
liked
about to say, are you really gonna listen to her?
Yeah, I listen to her from time to time.
How does Bieber think about that?
He
I feel like I did the
respects
same.
her
I think I did the same thing to you last time. Where I was like, "Oh, this is
he
Selena
respects
Gomez, are
her
we?"
in her work.
Oh, does he? Justin Bieber don't
does.
respect shit out of her.
Well, I do. So
The Weeknd sure damn don't respect her.
Talina coming soon. Common Sense by Joshua Bassett is a single off his upcoming album, by the looks of it, or EP. He is in High School Musical, the series. He just signed to Warner Brothers, and that's like his debut song off that. It's just a nice little acousticy pop song. It's alright. I like it. Might not be for everyone, but I like it.
It's alright, Tom. We all know that you're a teenage girl in your head.
I am. Genuinely am. I'm trying to think. Did we cover Frank last time?
Yeah, we did.
We did. I was going to say, because apart from that, there's like nothing else that really has come out that shocked me, or it's really like I've gone, oh yeah, that's nice. Like,
Nah.
nothing.
Lots of cool
Nothing
IG lives
out.
going on though. I have heard lots of like new tracks being like previewed and stuff. I know like
Trolls World Tour soundtrack. That's like the only new thing that's come out.
I ain't listening to it. Justin Timberlake didn't do this one.
I think Justin Timberlake's on it, isn't he? Yeah, he's on it. He's on like every song.
We're getting a Can't Stop the Feeling part 2.
We got Anderson .Paak and Justin Timberlake. Don't slack.
Oh,
Anderson .Paak and Justin Timberlake again.
Anderson .Paak's like, yeah, he's like in the
George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah, George Clinton is in the film as well. They're all in the film. Anderson .Paak, George Clinton, Kenan Thompson,
Ludwig Göransson.
Yeah, it might be okay, but it's not my type of thing. I don't like musical films.
I might listen to the soundtrack, but I'm not watching the film.
I heard the Trolls film is not
I
that
can tell you
bad.
that. No, I'm not watching the Trolls film.
You're the type of person I will watch and be like, yo, it wasn't actually that bad. You're the person for that, Tom. You need to do it.
Yeah, I'd probably watch it and say it's not that bad. But I'm not watching like Disney films. I watch Disney films, animated Disney films. I don't mind that, but like Trolls, like
Who is Trolls?
It's you don't know who Trolls?
No, I mean who did it? Illumination.
DreamWorks, just DreamWorks.
Just DreamWorks.
Yeah, it's just based off those little creepy ass weird hair toys.
Yeah, I know what trolls are. What's called it? I had a troll doll when I was a kid.
Why? Why'd you have a troll doll?
Me and my sister had troll dolls. Like she had one with pink hair, I had one with green hair. Like, you know, trolls, like the normal ones, like from Toy Story. You know the troll dolls. You just had them as kids, innit? I don't know why I had one. I didn't ask for one.
I don't think I ever had one.
They're just toys, innit? Like they were really popular toys at one point.
Yeah, they're creepy.
Oh, I found Tom's
Scary.
Achilles heel. We can scare him with trolls.
Did we talk about 2C Slide?
Yeah, we talked about it already.
Surely we didn't.
We did.
That
That was last show. I'm pretty sure we talked about Tuesday Slide already.
Did that come out that long ago?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm just misremembering it, and we just talked about it in general.
Not much
maybe
to
we
talk
didn't.
about.
But yeah, Tuesday Slide
I think
came
we
out.
talked about it in general.
I don't really think it needs to be said, but it is breaking a bunch of records and stuff. But what else do we expect out of this Drake song? So.
What do you expect when it's a TikTok song when everyone's locked indoors doing TikTok?
Exactly. It's
that's all I got to say on the matter.
It's an amazing marketing tool. We did talk about this because then I brought up Yummy and how that was basically essentially made for TikTok. But then you was trying to argue it wasn't. But we ain't gonna get into that argument again.
It was not made for TikTok.
Justin Bieber joined TikTok and said, "Hey guys, stream my new song Yummy." He specifically had Tom, I've got the messages right. Tom, no. I've got the messages right now on my WhatsApp of you messaging me saying Justin Bieber's joined TikTok for Yummy. This is gonna make the song go crazy. You've actually messaged me that.
Yeah.
Because he joined.
It wasn't. But the song wasn't specifically made for TikTok.
But Drake doesn't even mention TikTok in it. He didn't join TikTok and say, "Hey, my name's Drake and I'm here. Stream Tuesday Slide on TikTok."
It's named after.
All he's made is a dance song.
No, he's made a TikTok dance song where he got TikTok influence. You said this on the phone call. I've got it recorded. Where he got dancers from TikTok.
They weren't from TikTok. They weren't from TikTok. That's a lie. They were from.
On fucking TikTok.
They were from Instagram. They were Instagram dancers originally.
And then moved to TikTok.
Yes, because of what has happened to TikTok now. Their original video was posted to Instagram, so it did not start on TikTok. So your argument is irrelevant.
But the original video is also posted to TikTok.
Yes, after the fact.
No, at the same time. Before the song came out, both of them were posted on Instagram and TikTok.
All right, Joe. It doesn't matter. Either way, yeah, okay. The song was created, but Yummy was also. There's a lot of evidence out there that Yummy was. You're just mad because I'm right about Bieber.
Not right. That song wasn't made specifically for TikTok or for a dance craze. That song was just made to be poppy and catchy.
And it was okay. If we're gonna argue that, I'm not watching his documentary on YouTube because it's full of lies. I was called it. If the Tuesday slide was created, okay, specifically for TikTok, yeah, all right, cool. But I'm just talking in the sense of Drake did not specifically join the whole service and be like, yo guys, this is Tuesday slide. I want you to be TikToking the hell of it. The song also works well as a song. I felt like Yummy did not. That is my argument. That's what I'm saying. Now, that is my opinion. That's not a fact. So like, obviously you feel free to argue against that. Fact. But I can't have you say that Tuesday slide was created just specifically for TikTok, because then if it ends up on a Drake project, are we still going to say it was made specifically for TikTok? What if he was always specifically going to make a dance song?
What was
Oprah's bank account supposed to be about? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Oprah's bank account?
Yeah, okay.
In the title?
Yeah, Oprah bank account, yeah, was obviously a song made with the baby involved. They did the whole Triller and everything like that, yeah. But nobody's calling it a Triller song.
Yeah, but it's not designed for anything like that.
Okay.
This is using people that specify in dance crazes to come in and make a song specified around that. They even said it themselves. Like, there's no argument there that it's not created for that. It is created for that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like, I respect Drake for doing that. I also don't respect Drake for doing that, but I respect him at the same time for doing it.
But you respect Justin Bieber for doing it. Alright. It just sounds.
He didn't make a song for
it. But he. Oh my gosh! But Tom, he joined the service for it, though. He says it was clearly made.
He joined the service.
Tom,
like
the song Yummy. It was clear. You know, he didn't join when everyone else joined. It was clearly made, yeah, for the specific reason of people making TikToks to the dance for the song Yummy. It was on there for that specific reason. It was on there so these girls can make up these stupid dances to the song. That was what it was for. The song, the way how it's bopped, the beat, everything about it was like crafted, made to have a little dance with it. The way how I say Doja Cat Say So, exact same type of song. It was made for TikTok. It looks like it was made up for it. It has the same kind of bop it has. There was a dance made for it and everything. I'm just saying, yeah.
But no one made a dance for Yummy.
Alright,
no, like Tootsie Slide was a dance, and the song tells you what to do. It's like saying the Cha Cha Slide wasn't made for birthday parties and discos. Like, the Cha Cha Slide was made for school discos.
No, it wasn't made for school. It wasn't made for school discos. No, it wasn't made for school disco.
Okay, weddings.
No, I'm loud. No, I'm just forgetting it now because this argument is. Now you're just trying shit. Like, the Cha Cha Slide was made for school discos. All right, okay, forget it. Yeah, Drake made it specifically for TikTok. I'm not arguing that Drake made it specifically for TikTok. I'm just saying that other songs have also been made previously. I'm just sick of everyone who's always having to be like, Drake made it specifically for TikTok. Drake is a piece of shit. Like, why is he always gonna make things for? Here's Drake again, ruining everything. I'm like, everyone else does it though.
No, Drake's just profiting.
Everyone else does it though. I'm just sick of everyone always saying that somebody else got to do it when there's larger artists out there that are doing the same thing but get praised for it. That's all I'm saying.
Justin Bieber didn't make something
it doesn't matter.
Specifically for TikTok.
All right.
He didn't get praised for it. He just joined TikTok as a marketing tool to try and push his single out more. There wasn't a dance already made
Everything
for it.
Everything that Justin Bieber does is a great marketing tool, and wow, how was he expected to sell this? Because he's not this. A lot of excuses being made for my prediction that I made of his decade so far.
Well, he's still #1 artist, so we'll see.
In where?
I don't know. Whatever he posts on the internet.
In where? Spotify, Apple Music? 'Cause that's not the case.
Spotify.
No, he isn't.
He was the other week.
He isn't the #1 artist on Spotify.
He was the other week.
I don't know how true that is, because he isn't.
Well, I think all time. I don't know.
You're just throwing out stats. You're throwing out stats right now, Tom. You can't really back up.
I'm throwing out whatever he posts.
Ed Sheeran is the biggest artist on Spotify, and then it's Drake, and then it's Ariana Grande, and then it's Rihanna. Oh, at the moment, right now, monthly listeners wise, it's The Weeknd. Then it's Justin Bieber.
Okay, so yeah, it would have been monthly listeners then, probably last week, something like that.
Yeah,
I think Scooter Braun posted about it, not Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber is just below Eminem for most followers. I don't really even know what that means, and I just really think that's really just stupid.
He has been releasing like an EP every 2 days with 5 of his songs from his album on.
Who?
Which I do find quite funny. Justin Bieber.
Oh,
he's just releasing like the same songs in different EPs.
It's way
boost those streams.
Yeah, it's the way to boost streams. But that's what I'm saying.
It really is like fucking the system, but it obviously worked.
So I was saying
that album's been out a while, and The Weeknd came out. Obviously, The Weeknd's overtook him now, but like for some reason I was surprised myself that he was still that high considering what was coming out. Like, but he keeps releasing. Like, he's released. Let me just do a quick rundown of what is released. I love him. And I'm not saying that this is bad, but let me just give a rundown of the EPs he's released in the last 2 months. So the most recent one, Hailey's Faves, featuring 5 songs off the album Changes. Party EP, Couple Goals EP, Biebs and Chill EP, Work From Home EP, Aaron Bieber, and that's it. But then he also released like 2 singles as well that are different and not on the album. But yeah, he's released 6 EPs that have all the same songs from the album on, just like less. But I think this was always the case, because I'm not sure. I know it's his 5th album technically, so that's where the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the top corner is. But he's kept that on all the EPs, so
well,
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about, but that doesn't sound really.
It's obviously working.
Yeah, it's working to an extent, but why? Justin Bieber needs to do that now to get sales. Oh, what's going on there?
I don't know. Maybe just likes to put different EPs out.
Tom, you know what's going on. It's a struggle. We've all seen it. That's what I'm saying. We've all seen it. We know he's struggling to sell. We know he's struggling to sell. We all know that he doesn't do as well. Let's not get into this point again. If we're going to do something, we're going to have a real debate about the careers of Justin Bieber and other people. If we want to do this properly, have the facts and the stats.
Don't need any more facts. He's the best, hands down.
You definitely need the facts. You just say anything. He's the #1 most streamed in the world right now. No, he isn't.
He was on Spotify.
Yeah, he's the #1 in the world right now stream. I was like, no, he isn't. I was like, no, he is not at all.
He was on Spotify last week.
Yeah, that's monthly listeners. That is like, if we're gonna take that into account, then like,
we still can't.
We're gonna take that into account, yeah. Then like, yeah, but monthly listeners, what does that dictate? That could dictate anything. We still don't know how that actually works because
monthly listeners.
All right,
unique monthly listeners.
So if that is the case, then there's lots of artists that are nearly on the same level as Justin Bieber that are much smaller than him.
Yeah,
it's just not.
But it takes into account maybe people that listen to a song for more than 30 seconds. That's a monthly listener. That's
what I'm saying. It's
so you could preview the song and you
technically it could easily be boosted, and I know for a fact all of Justin Bieber songs will be plastered on every single playlist, so that could easily be boosted. There's a lot of things that can happen. That doesn't mean much in my opinion, in like monthly listeners. I think obviously overall streaming numbers as a whole, I think obviously that's the thing to count. But I don't know. Doesn't matter anyway. I don't really care. What do I really have to say? Like,
what you've been listening to? Because I feel like you keep touching on what you've been listening to.
Yeah, what's it called?
Yeah,
because we're just arguing about Justin Bieber. Let's forget the debate now. I'm just gonna say what we was listening to and getting out of here. What's it called? I've been listening to Resident Evil 3 Part 2 by Special K. It's like 10 minutes long. No, it's not. He's done like an EP with Jonathan Jonestar. It's a 9-minute mix of like songs that have been comprised of kind of like sounds and like sound bites from the Resident Evil 3 game. Obviously, to kind of coincide with the Resident Evil 3 release, they also did a Resident 2 one as well, when the remake came out. So this is like really, really cool to kind of hear the same sounds and stuff, but flipped and kind of like almost like it's like a new kind of like, I don't know what kind of genre to really class it as, but imagine like, or the kind of like R&B, kind of like hip hop sounds from like 90s games like the Saturn and, you know, Dreamcast and things like that. Those kind of sounds and things like nostalgic retro sounds being used with like Resident Evil soundtracks, kind of making like a hip hop kind of like instrumental like type deal. Special K is like really weird. He's been on SoundCloud for quite a long time. I would say he's like one of the great influences on like SoundCloud rap and cloud rap when it comes to beats and stuff. So yeah, check that out if you want to like listen to something that is a little bit more different. And I've also been listening to It Is What It Is by Thundercat. Been listening to it a lot. Really, really great album. Makes me really sad when I listen to the end though, because it's just a really, really sad. It is a sad album, and the ending is really sad. Because it's about Matt Miller, and most of the themes on it is about acceptance and, you know, going through life and carrying on after having to deal with something so hard. And yeah, it is what it is, basically. So I think it's a really perfect album to listen to right now, because, you know, right now it is what it is. We've got to carry on through life.
Did you have that planned?
Nah, I actually didn't. I've just been listening to the album a lot. I'm sad because I was supposed to go and see Thundercat in April, but obviously everything got postponed.
Well, it is April now,
and the album's out, so yeah, hopefully I will get to see Thundercat eventually. Need to see Dragon Ball Durag like live, like I have to.
I've been listening to Frank Ocean a lot still. Cayendo and Dear April. Both very good. I'm a big fan. I've been listening to Thundercat. I've gone off the Weeknd's album a little bit. I sort of overplayed it, so I've not been listening to that as much. But
I listened to it a little bit. Like I liked it. It was kind of just like one play for me. I didn't really like see myself going back to it that much. I don't know why, but I went back to Kissland though, and that was really impressive.
I definitely see myself going back to this Weeknd album. It's just I played it probably on repeat for nearly 3 weeks, so I've gave it a little bit of a break. An album that I have gone back to that I've been playing is it's just gone. Anyways, Hot Pink by Doja Cat. I'm actually a really big fan of the album. I have been since it came out anyway, but like I like going back to it and listening to it. It's very upbeat, sort of poppy R&B. It's a very happy album that you can listen to and just sort of relax to. So I'm a big fan of that. I'm also a big fan, actually, and should point out as well, also a big fan of Doja Cat at the moment on social media. She is she's creating some good memes. Like she's very, very open, very down to earth, just doing random shit, and I appreciate that from someone that's like in her position. I don't know if you've seen her doing the I think she did a Roddy Ricch she basically sat with chainmail over her head on Instagram Live, reciting the Roddy Ricch lyrics in like a posh English accent.
No, I've not seen that video.
Okay, you need to see that video.
Well,
But she's just doing some weird shit, but I respect her for it. Like, album's really good. Only other album I've been going back to a lot is Childish Gambino and 315.
oh yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, I've been listening to that a lot. I listen to Time like nearly every day.
I keep listening to Under the Sun, and I've realized how much of a good song it is. I know it was one of my favorites anyway, but I literally just get to the bit and start sort of dancing around because it makes you just want to start like jumping up and down dancing. It's a really high energy song. So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I've been in isolation, dancing to myself, listening to music, which is good.
Well,
Probably why I've not had the time to watch or play any games, because I've just been dancing around.
yeah. Well,
Teenage girl syndrome.
well, yeah. Well, it's been a lot of that as well, and probably the reason why we don't play games are you probably noticed by now that we released our blog. It's been a thing that we've been trying to do. Well, we announced 6 months ago when we did the rebrand that we was going to be finally doing blog posts and things like that. We have some other really exciting
We've
things.
been doing it for way longer than
Yeah. It's been a long time, and
it's been in the plan for a while, but nothing ever came to fruition that we were sort of happy with how we were going to do it. But there's things we've wrote before that are still stored in our shared folders that are not going to ever come out, because it's just a different approach that we were going to take, and it never really, it wasn't really what we wanted to do, so we never went down that route in the end.
Yeah, and
I'm happy with how it turned
yeah,
out.
I'm really happy with how it's turned out. We're just gonna be working more like hard behind the scenes to keep the blog post updated. I hope people take a look at our movies to watch in quarantine. That's a blog post that we've done. We've also got a look back at Wolf. That's an article that not article, really, like a post that I've done about Wolf the album and some of my perspective on the album, and just a few moments on there that I enjoy. Tom has done a different perspective, and he's done kind of like you would like to explain really, like, what have you done with the Frank album? Because I think it was a bit of a different style to how I handled the album.
Yeah, mine was more of a personal reflection. Yours, again, a personal reflection, but maybe a bit more in-depth song-wise. Mine was personal reflection overall of the feeling of the album, how it made me feel more than the in-depth look at an album.
Yeah.
And then Rollercoaster Tycoon. I did a post on that. So we have 2 series running concurrently at the moment. Inspiring games and inspiring albums, where we're putting some of like our favorite things on that have inspired us. So that's just where we're starting. Rollercoaster Tycoon is the first in the game series. We have more to come on that.
Yeah.
But that again is just like a bit of a personal reflection. The first time I picked up that game, a bit more. It's different to the music one. It's probably a bit more in detail of what the game is, but why did I like that game? What were the good bits about it? What did I learn from it? Why is it such a well-renowned game? But again, still personal to my opinions rather than in general.
Yeah, what's it called? I like the 2 kind of reflections, on the inspiring games and the inspiring music. I feel like with the music, you can kind of be more free with the expressions, whereas with games, like, especially if you really love a game, I feel like that knowing the finite details and all of the ins and outs of the games is like something that when especially when I was writing, because I've got a few things that are going to be coming up as well, I really like to kind of like explain my inside knowledge about the game, And I think that's something that both of us like to do a lot, hence why we do a show about really niche like subjects and stuff like that. So it's given us a lot of freedom as well, because we're not limited to having to write stuff with we don't need to write pages and pages, and we can write pages and pages if we want to. So I'm looking forward to all of the upcoming posts and things that we've got planned, and some of the other things that we've got planned that we've been doing while we've been in a lockdown.
So just sleeping.
Yeah, just sleeping.
But yeah, no, that is live now. If you go to 808sandjoysticks.com, you'll be able to see that. You can follow our Facebook page. It's 808s and Joysticks on Facebook, and we'll be posting blog posts regularly on there. Same again with the Twitter at 808s and Joystick. We post regularly about when our new show drops, where you can listen to that, when the new playlist drops, where you can listen to that. We'll be posting, new blog posts and stuff on there. Gaming news as well from various sources, just to make sure that you can stay updated all in one place. Mm-hmm. And if you really want to, then you can go ahead and sign up to our newsletter on the website, a weekly newsletter which will give you an email every Wednesday morning with a rundown of what's on this week's episode or what's on this week's playlist. So lots of content, lots of stuff, more content to come, more content on the way, and just stay tuned, because we are going to be having more things that are going to be coming. That's
about it really. Really proud of what we've done. Obviously massive thanks to Tom. He's the machine behind the website. He's our tech guy, and basically it's just me and you anyway. We'd say thanks to some other people as well that been involved, like Brandon and Jody. We've had a few other people that we've spoke to about when doing the blog, just get little details here and there. So really grateful that we'll be able to do something like this now, and going forward, as I said, we've got this free time to do what we've got to do. So I think that's about it, really. You got anything else to say on the matter, Tom?
I just want to give a shout out to Danny, Sean, and Simon as well for
shout out
their help with certain things, and also a shout out to Milo, the guy that does our outro. For his continued support and help with the blog and other things as well.
Shouts out to him forever. He was good. That's our music. He's our music guy, intro and outro. So we're very excited, very very excited. I think that's about it. Oh, also shouts out to Tory Lane for Quarantine Radio. That shit is lit.
I don't think I've actually watched that.
You should. Anyway, we'll leave it there, man. Show 55. Thank you to everyone. Thanks to Dash as well. Continued support. Let's get it. Stay safe, everyone. Stay indoors. Shouts out to the NHS.
808s and Joysticks with Tom Stone and Tairell Hayward Brown.